Together, let's embark on a scientific exploration of yoga, where you are the scientist, your heart is the laboratory, and you are the outcome. Welcome to Meditate with Daaji. This week we will continue to put questions to Daaji. We have been receiving lots of questions from the viewers, and we have attempted to put similar questions together and put them in front of Daaji. Let's all try and make use of the wisdom and guidance of Daaji as he answers these very common questions that come to all of us. So let's start the question-answer session, and after that, like always, we will meditate with Daaji. Daaji, is there a significance to everything I feel during meditation? And what is the role of writing it down immediately after meditation?
To me, what is meditation? Meditation is a journey in consciousness. Simply put, a journey in consciousness. Whatever level of consciousness we all have, because of meditation, it touches some level of superconsciousness. And because of the cleaning that I mentioned to you, it cleans your subconscious. So you are creating more and more space, allowing your available consciousness to expand. So in one way, you are saying that I am on the way of expansion of my consciousness. Now, having understood this much, I have to understand fundamental thing, what is consciousness after all? Simply put, I would like to define consciousness as degree of awareness. Degree of awareness, perception, feelings. To give a mundane example, if you are mountaineering, while in the valley, how much can you see? Right? You climb a little more, your horizon will expand, and at the peak of the mountain, you'll have absolutely clear vision, all 360 degrees. Something of that sort happens without moving. Even though you are at the tip of the mountain, you still have to move to see what is on the east, to see what is on the west. But in meditation, with closed eyes, you are able to perceive. I don't mean the physical world, but your inner world of perception. A small example is the difference between thinking and contemplation. Thinking is you are obsessed with one thought. You are focused on one thought. But when you are contemplating, it's kind of a brooding. You see it from various angles. And if you are able to see from various angles, that is contemplation. Thinking from various angles. Perceiving from all angles is meditation. You are trying to perceive things from all possible levels of dimensions. Those who are familiar with chakras, there are many chakras in our system. Depending upon your station, you will feel the environment of that particular chakra. If you are on heart chakra versus Atma chakra, it's a totally different environment there, it's a different dimension altogether. lower part of the heart chakra versus higher part, lower part of the Atma chakra versus the higher part. They all have some meaning. And depending on where my station is now, I will feel accordingly. And these experiences are extremely subtle. For example, when you are in the heart chakra, after some level of practice, after a few months, one begins to feel that the Lord is in my heart. It's no longer a belief that He is in my heart. You begin to feel that He is in my heart. And you just cannot deny that fact. Even if you don't want to believe, you cannot but feel the presence. It is so overwhelming that yes, He is in my heart. Then stage comes, He is in everyone's heart. He is everywhere. These are all experiential things. So it's good to make a note of it. After many years of practice, maybe after 30 years, maybe when your grandchildren read your diary, they'll be inspired, oh, my grandma or my grandfather was meditating, and you will leave a legacy behind. It may not be published, but at least if they read you on one sentence, they will be inspired to pick up meditation and adopt a spiritual path for their journey in life. See, what we have to give to our next generation is this spiritual gift.
Daaji, in heartfulness, we are asked to listen to our heart. But who is guiding our heart and how?
How many you felt that you were completely gone during meditation? You are gone. Now, when you were completely gone in meditation, who told you that you were gone? That is Atman. That is the soul, that is who is always aware, always awake. And if this practice continues for a long time, even during your sleep, the soul will see every little thing that happens, transpires. That's why Lord Krishna says, Yogi, don't sleep. That doesn't mean that they don't rest. They do sleep also. But awareness becomes of a different level altogether. You become the witness. Even during your day-to-day activity, you become the witness. There is a big difference between observer and witnessing. For example, I'm observing this. This is my water flask. When you observe, everything comes up. Oh, it's a steel, its a brand name is this, there is a lock, it's metal, etc. When you witness, you happen to witness. You are not focusing any extraordinary thing, but everything gets noticed. Like a camera, it just captures and forgets the whole thing. See? The states of meditations are different depending on where we are stationed. But meditative state should be maintained. For example, we meditated just now. After having finished the meditation, when we remain seated quietly, peacefully, with closed eyes, though you are not meditating, try to savor the condition that is bubbling inside your heart. Feel that and settle with that. That becomes your state. Hold on to that state Have your breakfast after meditation with that state. Go to school with that state. Teach with that state. Okay. During daytime, you might lose this state now and then, but reminding yourself again brings you back to that state. And I would often say that, if you lose it, there is nothing wrong with it, but try to reconnect and further intensify it if you can. If you have a little bit of 5 minutes or 10 minutes of time, close your eyes and sit quietly and make it even more intense. So journey remains continued, a moment-to-moment affair. See what happens when you lay a foundation of concrete, or you're laying a road, pavement in front of your house. What do we do after laying the concrete? We sprinkle water, right? We allow it to settle for 24 hours. If you start using that concrete before it settles, you'll have footprints, no? Dog footprints, cows footprints, and some mischievous boys and girls will write, "I love Monica," and it stays forever. They draw hearts. These are the impressions laid on fresh concrete. Our consciousness, our state of mind, is even more fragile than concrete. We have to allow it to settle after each meditation. Let it settle first and then go out into the world.
Daaji, whatever I feel during meditation, is that an indication of my past or my present?
I would not analyze it. I would not dissect my experience. Just I would make a note of it in my journal and forget about it. But sometimes experiences are futuristic. Sometimes they do arise from the past. And it's difficult to dissect it in the now and say, why this experience, why am I feeling this? But at the right time you'll understand why of it. I give you an example. 1979, I wrote in my diary the dream I saw. And the dream was we were present in wooded area, densely wooded, water stream passing, beautiful lawn, and just few of us sitting there and meditating. I was in India those days. People I saw were all white folks. And I could never understand, and that goes in 1979. So I wrote it and forgot it. Many years later, when I stumbled upon that diary in 93, I could recollect the actual presence in that place in 1987. I saw that place, but it didn't remind me of my dream. But when I read the dream in 93, that told me what happened in 1987. We were exactly at the same spot, wooded area, water flowing, few abhyasis, white folks meditating together. So what does it say? It's futuristic, but what does it mean? It means nothing. We have to let go of even the best experiences and just make a note of it and forget it. You are floating, you are levitating, you lost your awareness. Okay, smile at it and just forget it and move on. If you begin to start, let's say you are going from Delhi to see Taj Mahal, and your children every stop they see McDonald's and Burger King. Let's stop here, let's see this, let's see that. It will take you 2 days to go to Agra. And each station in spirituality is very unique. If you get caught up in that whirlpool, you will not be able to come out.
Now, let's all meditate with Daaji.
You all know how to meditate, and perhaps some of you do not really know how to meditate and joining us for the first time. This is how we meditate. Heartfulness way of meditation. It's very simple. Feel relaxed. Remove all the distractions if you might have. Something like phones. And focus on the presence of divine light in our heart. Think that this divine light is attracting your attention inward, and retain this thought as long as you can. By chance you happen to move away from this noble idea, when you're overwhelmed by so many thoughts, just remind yourself that right now I am meditating on the presence of divine light. Let's all begin meditation. That's all. Please make a note of how you felt. Let's write our observations.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Meditate with Daaji. See you again next week.